Have you ever wondered why so many people struggle as they grow older, despite their years of experience? The truth is, as we age, it's easy to fall into patterns and make mistakes that can deeply affect our happiness, health, and relationships. In this video, we'll explore the top mistakes you should avoid as you get older, especially the first one that can leave you heartbroken if you're not careful. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. The first mistake you shouldn't make when reaching old age is believing that everyone around you has good intentions. As we journey into old age, one of the most heartbreaking mistakes we can make is to believe that everyone around us has our best interests at heart. After a lifetime of experiences, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking we've mastered the art of understanding people, that our judgment is infallible, and that we've seen it all. Experience certainly teaches us valuable lessons, but it's crucial to remember that overconfidence can lead to dangerous vulnerabilities. The truth is, even as we age and accumulate wisdom, the world can still surprise us in ways we never anticipated. Many of us believe that family, friends, and even new acquaintances genuinely wish the best for us. This belief offers comfort, but tragically, it isn't always the reality. The world can be a cruel place, and there are people, sometimes even those we love and trust, who might exploit our kindness and vulnerability. It's devastating to imagine, but financial fraud, scams, and even theft are harsh realities many older adults face. Ill-intentioned individuals may swoop in like vultures, preying on the very things that took us a lifetime to build. These predators come in many forms. They may offer fraudulent investment opportunities that promise impossible returns, fake loans that drain our savings, or even family members who, with a smile on their face, betray our trust in the most painful ways. Imagine the heartbreak of discovering that someone you trusted has manipulated or deceived you. The pain of betrayal cuts deeper in old age, especially when you feel you should have known better. That's why it's imperative to stay vigilant. Even if we've lived a rich life full of lessons, we must remember that deception can strike at any moment. The peace, safety, and happiness we've worked so hard to secure can vanish in an instant if we let our guard down. To shield ourselves from such agony, we must keep our eyes open and our hearts guarded. It's essential to be cautious, never trust blindly, and remain alert to the intentions of those around us. Only through careful observation and healthy skepticism can we protect the serenity of our golden years. In the spirit of ensuring that your later years are not only safe but deeply fulfilling, I'm excited to share with you my digital book Rediscovering Intimacy, Healthy Sexuality After 60. Within its pages, you'll find compassionate, practical advice tailored specifically for those facing the unique emotional and physical challenges of aging. This guide is filled with inspiring solutions to reignite passion, connection, and closeness in your relationships, helping you foster a love life that is rich and rewarding well into your senior years. Be sure to grab your copy by visiting the first pinned comment below, but act quickly, limited units are available. Don't miss this chance to transform your emotional and intimate life for the better. The second grave mistake that many people make as they grow older is choosing to distance themselves from others and live in isolation. This belief, that solitude is a natural and inevitable part of aging, is a misconception that can have dangerous consequences. As we age, it's easy to fall into patterns of withdrawal, whether due to retirement, the loss of friends, or even a growing distance from family. But retreating from social connections can leave us vulnerable to deep loneliness, which can silently creep in and wreak havoc on both our emotional and physical health. When we stop surrounding ourselves with others, the feeling of isolation intensifies. This crushing loneliness can open the door to a cascade of serious issues, including debilitating depression and the onset of various physical illnesses. The truth is, human connection is essential, no matter how old we are. We are inherently social creatures, wired to thrive in the company of others. When we choose to disconnect from the world around us, our mental health begins to deteriorate. Our brain starts to slow down, and we find it harder to recall memories, engage in new experiences, or even find joy in the simple pleasures of life. Isolation doesn't just dull our minds, it puts our physical health at serious risk. The stress and anxiety caused by a lack of meaningful interaction can lead to heart disease, high blood pressure, and other life-threatening conditions. But it's not just about having someone to talk to. It's about keeping your mind stimulated, your heart at peace, and your spirit alive through the warmth and energy that comes from being part of a community. The moments of affection, the exchange of ideas, the laughter shared over a meal. These are the things that breathe life into our days and sustain our sense of purpose. Socializing with others isn't a luxury. It's a lifeline that keeps our minds sharp and our souls uplifted. Making an effort to stay connected with friends, joining groups, and participating in community activities can transform not only your mental well-being but also your entire outlook on life. These social ties give us a sense of belonging and create a strong support network that we can rely on when life becomes challenging. When we isolate ourselves, we cut off our ability to ask for or receive help, whether it's for emotional support or practical assistance with daily tasks. The power of community is undeniable. It offers us strength in numbers, a sense of security, and the knowledge that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. In the end, life is richer and more meaningful when we allow others into our world. Don't let isolation steal the joy and fulfillment that come from human connection. Embrace the people around you, nurture your relationships, and let the support and love of others guide you through this beautiful, sometimes challenging phase of life. The third significant mistake many men make as they age is pursuing romantic relationships with someone much younger in the hope that it will bring back the vitality and excitement of their youth. It's a tempting illusion, the idea that being with a younger partner will somehow recapture the energy, passion, and carefree spirit of earlier years. At first, it may seem like a thrilling adventure, full of new experiences and a sense of rejuvenation. But, unfortunately, this pursuit often leads down a path filled with emotional turmoil, disappointment, and even deeper feelings of loneliness. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. While a large age difference may seem exciting initially, the thrill of novelty quickly fades as reality sets in. The generational gap often manifests in various aspects of life: preferences, hobbies, worldviews, and even everyday activities. What started as a fun, spontaneous connection can soon devolve into frustration as the couple struggles to relate to one another on a deeper level. Conversations may become strained, with each person viewing the world through a vastly different lens. These disparities, once overshadowed by infatuation, become glaringly apparent, leading to misunderstandings and emotional disconnect. In time, what was once an exciting relationship can leave one feeling more isolated than ever, trapped in a partnership that lacks true common ground. Beyond the emotional distance, there's often a sense of imbalance in these relationships. The older man may find himself trying to mold his behavior to fit the expectations of his younger partner, engaging in activities or adopting a lifestyle that feels foreign or unnatural. This effort to please can lead to immense pressure, causing emotional exhaustion and even insecurity. Instead of feeling revitalized, he may become more acutely aware of his age, realizing that chasing youth through someone else only serves to highlight the very years he's trying to outrun. And while it's human nature to want to cling to youth, it's crucial to understand that happiness and fulfillment in a relationship come not from the age of the person you're with, but from the quality of the connection. A healthy, lasting relationship is built on mutual respect, trust, shared values, and a deep emotional bond. It thrives when two people, regardless of their age, find common ground in their outlook on life, their passions, and their commitment to one another. Trying to rekindle your youth through a younger partner is ultimately a fleeting solution to a much deeper desire for connection and meaning. It's essential to approach relationships with mindfulness and self-awareness. Instead of seeking to relive your youth through another person, focus on cultivating relationships that bring true joy, understanding, and companionship. Authentic love isn't found in the age of your partner, but in the depth of the connection you share, a connection that enriches both lives and brings a sense of peace and fulfillment. This, in the end, is what truly keeps the heart young and the spirit alive. The fourth critical mistake that many men make as they age is neglecting their health. Far too often, men fall into the dangerous mindset of believing that taking care of their health becomes less important with age, accepting the aches, pains, and changes in their bodies as inevitable. This resignation, that health issues are simply a natural part of aging, can have dire consequences. Ignoring your health doesn't just lead to discomfort. It can turn small, manageable issues into severe, life-altering conditions. Our bodies require more care and attention as time goes on, yet many older men avoid regular checkups, dismiss doctor visits, and ignore the signals their bodies are desperately trying to send them. For some, this neglect stems from a sense of denial, believing that if they've made it this far without major problems, they'll continue to do so. Others avoid doctors out of fear, afraid of being confronted with the reality that they're getting older or that something might be wrong. But this avoidance, this reluctance to face the truth of aging, can lead to disastrous consequences. The mindset of, if it isn't broken, don't fix it, doesn't work when it comes to your health. Ignoring warning signs or postponing medical attention allows manageable conditions to spiral into something far more dangerous. Taking care of your health in your later years is not about giving in to the idea that things will inevitably get worse. It's about prevention, empowerment, and ensuring that you live your life to the fullest. Small issues, if addressed early, can often be treated or managed effectively before they escalate into major health crises like diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, or cancer. These conditions, while serious, are far more manageable if caught in their early stages. Regular checkups, routine exams, and paying attention to your body's signals are the first lines of defense in safeguarding your well-being. Neglecting your health can rob you of precious time that could be spent enjoying life with loved ones, pursuing passions, or experiencing new adventures. On the other hand, prioritizing your health leads to a longer, more fulfilling life, where each day can be embraced with energy and vitality. The difference between merely aging and aging well lies in self-care and preventative measures. Listening to your body, taking action at the first sign of trouble, and being proactive about your health ensures that the later years of your life are not defined by sickness or decline, but by quality, joy, and the freedom to keep doing what you love. Remember, growing older doesn't mean resigning yourself to a life of health issues. It means taking charge, being vigilant, and treating your health as the precious gift it is. The key to aging well is not just surviving but thriving. And thriving begins with making your health a priority, attending to the small things before they become big things, and ensuring that your body serves you well for many more years to come. The fifth significant mistake many men make as they age is overusing medications to enhance sexual performance. Driven by the desire to keep their sex life active and maintain a sense of youthful vigor, some men resort to these drugs without consulting a doctor, often taking dangerously high doses. On the surface, it might seem like a quick and easy fix, a way to hold on to the strength and vitality they once had. But beneath this seemingly simple solution lies a host of serious health risks that can have devastating consequences. As we age, it's natural for our bodies to undergo changes, including shifts in sexual desire and performance. These changes can feel frustrating, and for many men, there's an internal pressure to prove they are still as capable as they once were. Instead of accepting these natural changes and exploring healthy alternatives, some men turn to medications, hoping they will restore their sense of masculinity. But overusing these drugs, especially without medical supervision, can be extremely dangerous. The abuse of these medications significantly increases the risk of severe health problems, particularly for men with pre-existing conditions such as high blood pressure, heart disease, or diabetes. When taken in high doses or without proper medical guidance, these drugs can lead to heart attacks, strokes, and even fatal consequences. The situation becomes even more perilous when these drugs are purchased from unregulated sources, such as online markets. In these cases, the medication might be of poor quality or counterfeit, posing even greater risks to one's health. But the dangers extend beyond just physical harm. Over-reliance on these medications can create a deep psychological dependence. A man may begin to believe that he can no longer perform sexually without them, which can take a serious toll on his confidence and self-esteem. This reliance can spiral into a cycle of insecurity, where the man feels increasingly inadequate without the aid of medication, leading to emotional struggles and complications in his relationships. The very thing he sought to preserve, his sense of masculinity and connection with his partner, becomes undermined by this dependency, creating a vicious cycle of frustration and emotional pain. Furthermore, the emotional impact of this reliance can strain relationships. Instead of fostering intimacy and connection, the pressure to perform can become overwhelming, creating tension between partners. It's not uncommon for men to feel embarrassed or ashamed, further distancing themselves from the meaningful, open communication that is essential for a healthy relationship. That's why it's crucial to seek out safe and effective solutions before turning to medication. Consulting a doctor should always be the first step, ensuring that any treatment is both safe and appropriate for one's health conditions. There are often many alternative approaches that can support sexual health without the risks associated with overuse of performance-enhancing drugs. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle, engaging in regular exercise, and focusing on overall well-being can improve vitality and desire naturally. Equally important is the need for honest communication with your partner. Discussing changes, fears, and expectations can lead to a deeper emotional connection and remove some of the pressure to perform in ways that feel unrealistic. Ultimately, navigating changes in sexual life as we age is a journey that should be approached with care, wisdom, and openness. Relying on medications as a shortcut to prove one's vitality can lead to dangerous consequences. But by taking a mindful, balanced approach to health and relationships, men can continue to enjoy a fulfilling and satisfying sex life while protecting their physical and emotional well-being. The sixth profound mistake that many men make as they grow older is allowing other people's opinions to define who they are. As time passes, it's common to become overly concerned with what family, friends, or society might think. This anxiety about others' perceptions begins to chip away at the freedom to truly be oneself, undermining self-esteem and creating invisible barriers that prevent us from fully enjoying life. We live in a world that places an unhealthy emphasis on youth, physical appearance, and material success, values that often leave older men feeling pressured to conform to standards that no longer reflect their true desires or reality. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. The burden of this pressure can be suffocating. Many men find themselves wearing clothes they don't feel comfortable in, adhering to social norms that feel outdated, or suppressing their true passions and dreams just to avoid the sting of criticism. The desire to please others can become overwhelming, leading to a life lived not for oneself, but for the approval of those around us. This quest for validation often causes men to lose sight of their own happiness, trading authenticity for acceptance. In the process, they become disconnected from who they really are and what they truly want. One of the most destructive outcomes of this mindset is when men start making decisions based on fear. Fear of judgment, fear of ridicule, fear of not fitting into the mold others have created for them. How many dreams have been left unfulfilled because of this fear? How many men have stopped themselves from pursuing a new career, embarking on a long-awaited adventure, or starting a new relationship because they were too worried about what others might say? Living under the weight of others' expectations inevitably leads to a life filled with regrets, a life where true happiness is sacrificed for the sake of approval. It's important to remember that life is far too precious and short to be lived for anyone other than yourself. The opinions of others should never have the power to dictate your choices, your identity, or your happiness. What truly matters is what brings you joy, what aligns with your values, and what makes you feel fulfilled. Living authentically, making decisions based on what feels right for you, leads to a life of freedom, peace, and satisfaction. In the end, it is your life, and you are the one who has to live with the consequences of your choices. The approval of others may feel comforting in the moment, but it is fleeting, and it can never bring the deep sense of fulfillment that comes from being true to yourself. Free yourself from the need to conform to others' expectations, and embrace the power of living according to your own rules, desires, and dreams. When you prioritize your own happiness over the opinions of others, you unlock the freedom to live a life without regrets, a life that is truly your own. The seventh significant mistake older men often make is engaging in sexual relationships without fully considering the consequences. As the desire to maintain an active sex life continues into later years, some men may overlook the importance of making thoughtful, intentional choices. Rushing into sexual encounters without reflecting on who you're getting involved with, what their intentions are, or whether there's a genuine emotional connection can lead to empty, and sometimes harmful, experiences. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that, because you're older, your sexual decisions don't carry as much weight. But the truth is that these choices can have even greater repercussions in this phase of life. One of the most pressing concerns is the risk of sexually transmitted diseases, STDs, a danger that persists at any age. Many older men mistakenly believe that STDs are primarily a concern for younger people, leading them to neglect the use of protection and thus putting their health at serious risk. These infections can have long-lasting and devastating impacts, particularly on those with pre-existing health conditions. But the risks of casual, unconsidered sexual relationships go beyond the physical. Emotionally, engaging in sexual encounters without deeper consideration can leave men feeling regretful, empty, or even deeply lonely. What might seem like a fleeting moment of fun or validation can quickly turn into feelings of disconnection and sorrow. The thrill of the moment fades, and what's left behind can be a profound sense of emptiness. Instead of feeling rejuvenated, men may end up more isolated, burdened by the emotional fallout of shallow or misguided choices. That's why it's so important to take care of both your physical and emotional well-being as you navigate this stage of life. Instead of focusing on quantity or chasing fleeting satisfaction, the real key to a fulfilling sex life lies in finding genuine connection. Choosing to be with someone you trust, someone you feel emotionally safe with, will lead to far more enriching and satisfying experiences. It's the quality of your relationships that will bring joy and fulfillment, not the number of partners or encounters. As we age, life continues to present us with new challenges and opportunities, including in our relationships and intimacy. By being mindful of these 7 common mistakes, you can pave the way for a happier, healthier, and more meaningful later life. Every choice you make has the potential to bring wisdom, growth, and fulfillment. It's never too late to make decisions that support your well-being and happiness. Now that we've reached the end of this video, I truly hope these insights have encouraged you to reflect on how to avoid the pitfalls that can complicate life in your golden years. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What mistake resonated with you the most? Drop a comment below and share what you found most impactful, or tell us about your own experiences. Now that we've explored these important mistakes to avoid as you age, I hope this video has given you valuable insights to reflect on. What have you learned so far? I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you plan to bring into practice in your life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content to guide you through life's important stages. Thanks for watching.